Alright, so I'm live. Yay! Live on YouTube, and I am working today. Yay. No, not so much yay. But I'm driving and I'm bored as hell. I've got, I think, 6 stops. So I wanted to get on here and just chat for a little while. And if there's nobody watching, I'll chat to myself, but that's okay. But I like to talk about things that are upcoming, things that I'd like to do, because it helped. Like, I can go back and watch it, and it'll focus me on, like what was I thinking, or is it something I should be thinking about? I can go back and watch it and see if the ideas that I have are any good. So if you're watching me right now, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm at work. I got about 6 stops to do, and then I am out of here. But I've got a gig coming up this weekend. I'm going to be playing at the Quarry. I forget what it's called, the Quarry Ballroom in Thornton, Illinois this weekend. And Halo Moon's going to be playing a show there, and I am excited. I've got to go there directly after work. Hey, how's it going, Rody? Yeah. So we got a gig this weekend. I was thinking about maybe creating a little small video of my day whenever I have to go directly from work to a gig, which is sometimes stressful because I want to make sure that I have everything and make sure that all my gear is ready to go. So when I have to work on a gig day, it's kind of stressful for me. So I was thinking about making a video about that. But like I said, I'm on here because right now doing a live because I like to talk out. Excuse me. I like to talk out the things that I'm planning on doing, the things I'd like to do, and what better way to do it than to run it past you and see what you think. And if not, I can go back to it and view it later and see what I think. But I drive for a living. I make deliveries all day, and that's what I'm doing right now. But like I said, I just thought I'd go live and document my thoughts at this point in time. Now, Rowdy, I went. Did you live stream yesterday? Because I was hoping you were, because I wanted to catch it from the beginning, because I usually catch it afterwards. Oh, right on. Yeah, I was gonna watch your live stream because I know you usually do it on Tuesdays, but maybe it's not every week. Maybe it's once or twice a month. I'm not really sure. But I wanted to catch it from the beginning because I usually watch it after the fact. But I appreciate you coming in and watching my live streams when I do my band thing, which is really cool. I had started a new band. Well, tried to start a new band. No, last week we tried to do it once a month. Oh, okay. Oh, the last Tuesday, right on. Okay, well, that's good to know. Awesome. Yeah, I tried starting a new band, but thank you. Yeah, we try and cut up and joke a little bit, when we do our live streams, but sometimes for me it's very, just so you know, and maybe you've experienced this, Rowdy, doing your live streams, Rowdy, I like Rowdy, Rowdy, it's very stressful for me when I do those damn live streams because I'm thinking about the sound, I'm thinking about the video, I'm thinking about, okay, is everybody coming through? Is it sounding good? Is it not sounding good? I have no idea because I can't really monitor the stream in real time while I'm performing, which kind of sucks. So I depend. All right, right on. Yeah, I try to monitor. It's hard for me to monitor the stream while I'm playing. Anyways, that was my thought on that. But it's a process, man. Oh yeah, man. And there's been some times where it was great video, great audio, and there's been some times where it's like, what the heck just happened? And it could be something as simple as me forgetting to put, because like when I do talking head videos, I usually, like if I'm talking into a microphone, I run through OBS Studio, but on the audio channel, I put noise suppression on in case there's any background noise or whatever. And there have been times where I've done a live stream and I forgot to turn the noise suppression off, so the instruments aren't coming through like they should, and it just sounds very bad, really. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, plug and play. I'm trying to get there. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get to plug and play. I recently took out that mixer, that old audio and analog board from the sound process, but then I put it back in because I just like the way it sounded. And now I think I've got it set to where the audio coming through and the being able to control everything is great. Like I'll run that mixer into my computer and run it through Reaper, and that way if the vocals seem like they need a little bit of reverb or something, or delay, I can put a little bit of that on each channel, and I have control over individual channels that way. But just using the mixer, the only control I had really was the EQ, the high, mids, and lows, and that was it. It was otherwise just raw audio coming through and going out to the live stream. So the situation I have now is I go through the board, go into my audio interface through direct outs from my board. So each channel is going into an input on my board, or on my audio interface from my board. And then I set up Reaper with each channel in Reaper, and then that way I can add effects if I want to, or if I want to add... Oh, you don't use a DAW, you just go straight. Oh, well, it depends though, because some of these boards nowadays, they have audio effects you can get. Like I think it's the Behringer X18, the Behringer Wing. All of those you can do audio effects on each channel for that mixer, and then you can run your audio from the mixer right straight into OBS Studio, which is what I use. I don't know what streaming software you use, but yeah, you can run it directly in there and use their audio coming directly out of your mixer with audio effects on it. But with my particular mixer, I don't have any audio effects. If I wanted to put audio effects on my mixer, I'd have to use an external piece of like a reverb unit. Right on. Yep, that's good. Oh, you got a Mackie board? Yeah, I've got a Mackie Pro FX 16 V3 board. And then I have the big old analog mixer, the Tangent Series 4 from 1979, which is the one I use. It's got a great sound. But yeah, I'd have to go with an external effects processor. Oh, you got the 22. Oh, nice. So you got way more channels than I do as far as that mixer goes. That's cool. Now, Do you have? See, I don't know. I've never used that one, but like my Pro FX 16, like if I want to, I could put effects on each channel, but it's like I can choose one effect for each for the. Like if I want to put reverb on everything, I could do that, but who wants reverb on everything? You know what I mean? So I would like to have specific audio effects for each channel, which is why I use the DAW. That's if I want. I don't have to. But then I can also mix with the DAW as well instead of on the board. I just put a direct. I get good audio feed going from the board into the DAW from the audio interface, and then I can mix on the DAW with and just kind of check out the sound that way. And then doing it that way, I can actually monitor, like, because all of the audio is going through the DAW, out of the DAW, I can actually monitor in real time, like if I use the in-ears or the headphones, what the audio is going out to the live stream. Otherwise, I can't. So that's why I like to use the DAW. I was using Ableton at first, but then I switched over to Reaper because Reaper is a very low intense software for my computer. The processing power needed to run Reaper rather than Ableton Live is totally different, and it runs a lot more smoothly. And I can run my latency a lot lower. Instead of 1024, I can run it at 512, and I even run it with one camera at 256. Oh, right on, yeah. Uh-oh. What was that? Somebody made a comment. I didn't understand what that said. Anyways. But yeah, I've been that's an ongoing process, working on the sound and whatnot. And like I said, I've been checking out your videos, and I really like the way you have your place set up. It's really good. Oh, it looked like a troll. Right on. Well, we've been having issues, and I don't know who's watching or whatever, but we've been having issues with my stepdaughter's ex, who is the father of her daughter. And the guy is basically just a real piece of work. I didn't get along with him. I tried being nice to him, but you know, anytime you try to give advice or help him, he would just get all offended and blow it all out of proportion. And basically, when they moved back to Ohio, because that's where he's from, we basically told him, don't come back. And when he basically was homeless with my my stepdaughter and our grandbaby, that's when we brought them back to the house and told him he couldn't come back. And that is not my fault. That is his fault for being such a schmuck. And not having his life together. If he wouldn't have been homeless and working and providing for his family, then he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in. And he can talk all the stuff that he wants about my stepdaughter or whatever, but I know the truth. And anybody who has ever dealt with him knows the truth as well. And if you're just now dealing with him and believing the bullshit that he's telling you, then you're going to find out the truth as well. So enough of that. But yeah, I don't want that guy back in my house. I actually made a song or wrote a song about that guy. It's called "I Told You to Leave My House, But You're Still Here." There's the reason I wrote that song, because the guy was a jerk, and I wanted him out of my house. And he left, and I told him when they became homeless, I said, "Nope, not coming back here. Sorry, Charlie. You're going to have to figure it out." But my stepdaughter and that grandbaby, they are definitely welcome, because they need a place to live and a roof over their head, and they don't need to be living on the streets, which is exactly where they were headed before we went and got them. Which is unfortunate. You know, I wish, they could have kept their family unit together and not been in that situation, but ultimately they were, and we just did what we could to keep that child safe, so that they didn't lose that child to the state of Ohio, or it would have been whatever state they were in. But anyways, I got off subject. Sorry about that. Yeah. So that's probably, like you said, Rowdy, he is a troll, and he's probably friends with the guy, and either or it is him. And you know what? Sorry, man, but and I'll repeat myself, because you've done it before. I'll repeat myself. Get your life together, and maybe you'll get your life back. But until you do that, it ain't gonna happen, man. That's the way I feel about it. And your ex feels the same way about it. She don't want nothing to do with you. Unfortunately. Anyways, gosh, dug it. Oh, right on, right on. Thanks, Rowdy. I appreciate that. Yeah, but so that's what we were dealing with. But on the music side of things are going well. Like I said, my band's got a good gig coming up this weekend. I look forward to it, and man, I just hope. I'm going to try something this weekend. I'm going to go cordless for once. And I don't know, Rowdy, if you've ever used cordless unit for playing guitar, but I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. I will, however, have my cords with me just in case it doesn't go well and I can plug them in. But so far, so good. Oh, man. So that is my day, just working. Oh, right on. Right on. Yeah, doing those live streams, tripping over cords, because I got cords galore all over the floor. because, you know, space, limited space. Like, I've seen your setup. Your setup is awesome. As far as, like, you know, the neatness of your room, I'm like, man, that is very cool. And I just like the way you got it set up. The way it looks really nice. Like I said, my space is really cramped compared to what you have. I really dig your setup there. But yeah. Yep, gonna go wireless on Friday, which should be fun. Yeah, me too. I remember one day we did a live stream about fell on my face because I tripped over a cord. It was wrapped around my leg. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? It's because, you know, trying to get the sound and everything, I'm up and down out of my chair, turning left, turning right. It basically wrapped around my foot, and like I said, I almost bit the dust. But yeah, I have fun doing it. I really enjoy doing the band live streaming. That's a lot of fun. And the challenge of getting that sound correct, that is my, how would I say, that is my focus, really. I think I got the video down pretty good. I use those OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite cameras, and they're 4K webcams, and I use those for the stream, and I go directly into my computer via USB cord, and I got 3 cameras that have 3 different angles, and sometimes I do just one angle depending on how many resources I'm using, but I try to do 3. That way it makes it a little more interesting, and I have an automatic scene switcher in OBS Studio that changes the camera angles automatically. It's on a timer, like 10 seconds on this camera, and then go to this camera for 10 seconds, then go to this camera for 10 seconds. So if you've never used it, I don't know if you use OBS Studio, and if you do, it's called Advanced Scene Switcher, and you can go in there and set up a sequence. Oh man, what did that say? Yeah. It is like I said, it can be frustrating, especially like I'll do the live stream, right? I'll be live streaming, and then and I'll look back at the video and I'll be like, oh, I didn't have the scene switcher on because the camera will just be on one shot. And it's okay if it's the whole band shot, but if it's just one person, it's like, what the heck? So you just have to make sure that you turn it on and off. Other than that, I enjoy it. And I don't have to attend it. It does it automatically. Like I said, it's on like a timer. Every 10 seconds it switches to a new camera. But it's a little bit resource heavy. It can be. So that you got to keep that in mind. I don't know if you run a PC or a Mac, but I'm looking into going with a Mac. And specifically the M5 Mac Mini is what I want to get. And the reason why I want to do that is because they're saying the processing power and the ability to do all of those things that I want to do, that little Mac can handle it. And you run a Mac, that's awesome. And I definitely want to make that investment and switch over to a Mac, because right now I'm on a PC, and it's not a new PC. It's like, I don't know, about 3-4 years old. 3 years old, something like that. 4 years old. But I've had it a while, and I think it's about at the end of its rope for the things that I would like to do anyways. But I still have fun doing it. Some of my videos, I do videos about try to do a long form video. I do videos about stuff that I'm interested, but I'm I'm not 100% on the whole storytelling, you know. I'm not a very good, like, content creator when it comes to that kind of stuff. I would say my strength on this channel is the live streaming. And I've just recently dived into doing like product reviews, like, you know, just kind of giving information about stuff that I use, so that people can make a decision whether or not they'd like to try it. Like, I did a video on the wireless system that I bought, and I also did a little video on the vlogging camera that I bought. And that video that I did with the vlogging camera, I'm like 1.3K on the views on that one. So obviously people like that kind of content, but I don't want my channel to be 100% like product reviews. I want to have, I want it to reflect. Yeah. Well, I originally, like you were saying, I originally was doing the video because I wanted to make videos for my band, and I thought, well, I should be able to do it myself, right? So originally I was just recording me playing music, or my band playing music, and then I would make a video out of it and upload it, you know, like a music video almost. And I'd put like effects and transitions and stuff into the video. But then I'm like, man, I started seeing these live streams, and what inspired me, I don't know if you're familiar with the band Obituary, but they're like a old school death metal from Florida. But they did a live stream where they were playing their music, and it sounded really good. Now the camera quality wasn't that great, but man, the sound was just awesome. And that inspired me to be like, man, I could do that. I could live stream, do like a live concert. So that's what I did. I started down that path to do that. And here's where I'm at now. I am definitely down that rabbit hole, that's for sure. The live streaming. All right, I am at a stop here. Like I said, I have like 6 stops. And this is just one of them. This is a place called Hunter Foundry. And they make big machinery for, I don't know exactly what the machinery is used for. I think they make all kinds of machinery for people or companies. But they buy a lot of stuff from us. So I'm here. I just arrived. It is, what time is it? 107. I think it's 107. At least I think that's what I saw. 104 p.m. And I am Central Time here where I'm at. So I got to deliver one box to them, and then I'll be right back. So thanks for hanging out on the live stream. I'll be right back. And you might be able to hear me talking because I have my mic connected. Oh. I'm not going to discuss with you about that guy because his reality and my reality are 2 different things. So I would just get off of here and go about your business. Good, how are you? How's it going, guys? You know, another day in paradise.
You want my Herbie Hancock?
Man, yeah. Sure, John wouldn't mind.
Right. What the hell you gonna say about it? Nothing.
Nothing. All right, man.
Vacation.
Busy, man. Had a funeral and everything going on.
For a vacation? That
Yeah.
doesn't sound like much of a vacation.
It wasn't. Yeah, my father-in-law, he passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear.
He had Parkinson's. He was in Vietnam and was exposed to Agent Orange. Yeah. So finally got to him, and we had to lay him to rest. So. But,
It happened to all of us.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, eventually.
Sooner or later,
Yeah. You're young, so you're good.
So
You got a while. Yeah, you hit it. Choke on a shrimp or hit a pole if you're on a bike. Just in time here. That's all. Right. All right, guys. Have a great day. Alrighty. Lost my pen. There it is. Alright, so delivery complete, just that easy. Not hard at all. All right. Guess if you don't want to listen, that's what happens. What time is it? I don't know. All right, off to my next stop. Getting a little warm out there. It's like almost 80 degrees here today, so. So if you're still here, Rhodey, what part of the country are you in? I think I can't remember offhand. Oh, Kansas. So are you retired? Are you still working? And I wish I was retired. Definitely. I've got probably a little less than 10 years before I can retire. So, oh, 76, cool. Yeah, our keyboard player Louis, he's I think 74. And we had a drummer, George, but he kind of retired from playing out with us. He was, I think he's 84 now, but when he was playing with us, he was 83. And he was a great drummer. We, of course, got Tony now, who's a great drummer. He's I think 4 years younger than me. I'm 58, so he's 54. And he's a good drummer. But yeah, it's good to play with all kinds of people. You know, I don't care what age you are. You know, if you're a good person and we get along, it's all good. If we have kind of the same taste in music, because I used to do metal, heavy metal, but it seems like that crowd, there's a lot of I don't know how to explain it. Head cases, let's put it that way. A lot of people who aren't very responsible for their own actions. They want to place blame on others. I don't much care for that. Take responsibility for your own actions. Be a man. You know? So I kind of don't deal with those people anymore, and that's kind of where I'm at in my life. Like, if we ain't getting along, I ain't dealing with you. Life's too short. Be happy. At least that's the way I feel about it. Oh, man. Now, Roddy, do you guys do any originals? Brody, do you do any originals, or is it strictly covers that you do? We do mostly all originals, because that's what we like to do. Writing. Yeah. Well, I enjoy that. I enjoy that creative process. So for me, that is pure enjoyment, writing songs. And I feel, and this is the way I feel about the cover tunes. I don't like to do cover tunes, and the reason I don't, not that there's anything wrong with doing cover tunes, it's just that I don't find it enjoying, because you're basically not creating, you're just repeating. And I really enjoy the creative process. I mean, it's cool to be able to repeat, one of the songs that you like, which is really cool. But I find that writing and creating new music is more rewarding for me, anyways. So that's why I like to say I don't do covers. I try to do original music and stick to that, because that's what I enjoy. But I have been in cover bands. For a very brief period. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yep, cover it in your own way. Exactly. Yeah, I've always felt, though, like when I do a cover band, that I can never do the original justice. It's like, man, I'm screwing this all up. I don't know. I get people are gonna know. People are gonna know that I ain't an awesome bass player. Not that I think I'm awesome. I'm just saying, people are gonna know that I can't get that bass line, or I can't. Well, most of the time is not hearing the bass line. You can't really pick it out from the mix. And that goes with guitar too. Sometimes it's hard to pick out the guitar when everything's going on. You think you got the right note, but in all actuality, it's not the right note. But I guess that's part of the fun, figuring it out, right? Oh, I hear a siren. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yep. No, but I've listened to your guys' covers. I really enjoy it because, like you said, you just kind of do it your own way, and you know what song you're playing. It's just, like you said, it's not exact copy. It's your own flavor, which is cool. I dig that, definitely. Um, but me and Mitch, we work well together as far as writing. Yeah, right. Yeah, make it at least like it like you do. You make it so that I know the song that you're playing, and that's cool. Yeah, but music is music, and I just have fun playing music. Like I used to like to, and I still do. I used to love to go to jam nights, and because I don't do covers, right? I don't really know cover. I mean, I know songs, right? Because I've heard them 1,000 times. But like, if I go to a jam night and someone brings, "Hey, do you know this song or this song?" I say no, but let's go for it, right? And then I have fun trying to figure it out. The rest of us fake it. Yeah. But yeah, I like going to jam nights and trying to figure out the song on the fly. And usually by the end of the song, I got it down pretty good. Not 100%, but like you say, my own flavor on it. And it usually fits with what's going on in the song. And like I said, most of the songs that are being played at these jam nights are songs that you've heard a gazillion times. And, you kind of know how the song goes. You just kind of like try to, you don't know exactly how the bass line goes. You kind of know, but you just try to make it all work. And it usually works out. But that's fun for me. Trying to go up there cold turkey and figure something out on the fly. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, you got was it? I think it was you guys that did the Dire Straits, wasn't it? Uh, yeah, it was you guys. And I was like, all right, Dire Straits, cool. Not everybody does that one, that's for sure. And when I was watching you guys do it, I was thinking, okay, well, there's some parts in there that I'm like, man, I wonder how they're going to do that. And the way he did it was great. Worked out. Yeah. Well, I live in Northwest Indiana, and I don't know how many hours away KC, Kansas City, is from me. But if we maybe one day we can together and do a little jamming together. That'd be fun. Take a road trip just to do that. Because I like jamming with all kinds of different people. I think I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, heck yeah. My wife will be like, "We're going where? To do what?" and then she'd be like, "Okay." My wife's totally cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, I drive for a living, so traveling for me isn't really that big a deal. I find that as long as I can make it to a bathroom, we're good. That's my only fear when I'm traveling. Oh no, horrible bathrooms. I've been in some places I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I only had to stand up. Woo! Yes, sir. I know, TMI, right? Too much information. Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna skip that subject. Yeah, yeah. My wife does too, man. It's great to have somebody who's you know, very supportive. My wife is very supportive. Yeah, stay close to the bathroom. Yeah. Yes, sir. But I drive, like I said, I drive for a living, and I know where all the good bathrooms are because I've investigated and I found out. So I'm good. Don't try. Yeah, man. There's this comedy duo. They do a radio show in Indianapolis called Bob and Tom, and they syndicated their show, and you can see them online if you go on YouTube. But they have this one song called the Shart Song. Basically says the same thing. Don't trust a fart. Oh man. But anyways, boy, this is making my day go by fast. That's cool. Yes, sir. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man, while I'm working. It's awesome. Probably not very interesting for the casual viewer of YouTube, but I'm glad I got somebody to talk to while I'm working. That's cool. Talk music. Oh yeah, YouTube, man. Sorry we had a little interruption earlier with that person, but what are you gonna do? I'm hoping they're rethinking their life, and I'm hoping they're trying to get their stuff together. I just don't have time to hear it. I'm not interested in listening to excuses. Get your life together. Show yourself, show your ex, and show your daughter you got your life together, and then maybe we'll talk. But other than that, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't got nothing to do with you, and I don't want nothing to do with you, and I don't want to talk to you, and I don't want to discuss anything with you. I tried that, and you rejected it, so be it. Sometimes when you make your bed, you got to lie in it, right? You burn a bridge, you can't cross back over. Unless you rebuild that bridge somehow. I know it might sound cruel or whatever, but I'm not a mean person, so like my wife says, I'm as nice as you'll let me be. How about that? But we are concerned. Me and Mitch, we're concerned about Louis because Louis is 74 years old. He has Parkinson's. He was also exposed to Agent Orange in Vietnam, and he has good days and he has bad days, and we're just hoping we can hold on to Louis as long as possible. And we don't want to have to be the ones to tell him it ain't gonna work, because I'd rather him make that decision than us, because I don't want to disappoint him, make his life that much worse. I mean, it's hard enough dealing with Parkinson's on your own, but yet trying to do something you love to do, and it's just becoming more difficult, and then the band you're with decides to let you go because you can't perform like you used to. That would really suck, and that would be heartbreaking, and I don't want to have to do that. If Louis, it's just difficult though, because like I said, he has good days and he has bad days. Some days he plays great and he remembers stuff. Other days, it's like he's lost. Ah, so you know. Yep, exactly. Hard to let a friend down. Yes, sir. Yep, so you know. And we just lost my father-in-law this past last month. He succumbed to Parkinson's. He was stationed. He was with the 25th, stationed in Vietnam. He was there from January of 66 to January of 67. And he was out in the bush the whole time, pretty much, and exposed to all those chemicals. And he developed Parkinson's. No one else in his family has it, only him. And it was devastating. It's like being trapped in your own body. Like your mind says you can do something, but your body says nope. And that was the case for him. And basically what happened is his esophagus and all of that started to close up on him and not function like it should, and that's what took him. Basically, he could no longer function like he needed to survive, and we lost him to that. And my wife, she's a trooper, man. She was there every day, just about every day with him. His brother was a little bit older than him. Came every day and hung out with him, which was really cool of his brother. And I told him that at the funeral. I said, man, that is awesome that you came there every day to be there for him. When other people couldn't be there because of work. My wife had to work. So anyways, jeez, man, that went okay. Well, thanks for listening to that. Holy cow. Wow. But Louis, you know, he has good days, he has bad days, and you know, hopefully we can keep him for a while. Yes, sir. I agree. And I tell you what, his family was there for him. That's for sure. My wife and her sister were there just about every day and did whatever he needed to be done for him, right up until the day he passed on. We had he retired from the Army. He was a master sergeant. He retired, and he got military honors. We buried him at Lincoln Memorial Cemetery, and it was a beautiful ceremony. Beautiful ceremony. I was like, wow, that's awesome. They presented my wife with the flag, which is awesome that she has his flag. And she also has his dog tags when he was in Vietnam. And she made like a little memorial within the flag holder with a picture of him with his dog tags. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I forgot where I was going. Okay. After talking about my father-in-law, I forgot where I was going. Oh, well. Ain't nothing like a little U-turn won't take care of. Oh yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. She's doing all right. She goes to work every day, and I go to work, so it's all good. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for the salute from my father-in-law. He was a good man, that's for sure. Yep. I never been in combat. I tried to get in the military, tried to get in the Navy in what year was that? 89, I believe it was. The fall of 89, I went to the local recruiting station. I went to the medical exam, and they were being very picky at the time. Yep, that's for sure. Well, he had you're right about life's going on, but he definitely had, coming back from Vietnam, he had some survivor's guilt, because a good friend of his was killed in action. And they were in the same platoon together. And for some reason, the day his friend was killed, they had moved him to a different platoon because they needed him there for whatever reason. And that's the day his friend got taken out. And it was by friendly fire. They misfired a round. I believe it was from a cannon, a howitzer or whatever, and it landed too close to them and took him out. And he had survivor's guilt about that. And I told him, I go, Pops, I go, I understand you feel for your friend, but think about how your friend would feel for you. He would want you to go on and live your life, and he's glad you made it out of there. Live your life. Enjoy your family. Enjoy all the things that you need to enjoy because you made it out. And that's, I think about that. If I was in that situation. If I had, man, I didn't get to read that. Sorry. Oh yeah. Yep, her dad was drafted. Yep, same, drafted in the Army. My dad was stationed stateside at the time. He was on a missile base in Montana from 1960. I want to say 64. No, 63. 1963 to 1967. He was stationed in Glasgow, Montana, on an air base up there. Nice. That's cool, man. Good way to honor your friend. That's awesome. Yeah, man. You got the memories and everything that you went through. You know, unfortunately, he didn't make it, and you did. So, remembering is a great thing. Always remember, never forget. You know, and I've never been through any of that stuff that you guys have been through, but I can understand. I can understand it. So I try to put myself in that situation and think about it from your perspective, and you know, yeah, I'm not feeling everything that you're feeling or being able to see everything that you see in your mind, but I can imagine, and sometimes the imagination is a little more dramatic than what you remember. But I think about the young people that have went over since Afghanistan and Iraq that are younger than me, who went through all of the stuff that they went through over there and come back, and how people don't even know what they went through. Have no clue what this young person... You see a young person walking down the street limping now, and you don't know what that young person's been through. Did he get in a car accident, or has he been through, you know, combat and fought and, you know, got injured for this country? You know, I think people need to really take a step back and think about whenever we send our soldiers into harm's way, think about, you know, the consequences of our actions before we do that, and think about how it's going to affect their life, how it's going to affect the lives of the families and everything, especially if they lose a loved one during that time. You know, these politicians and government people sometimes don't even take that into consideration, which I think is sad, and they need to. Yeah, well, like I said, man, I'm sure your buddy would be like, man, you made it out, congratulations, enjoy your life, enjoy it. At least you would hope that's the way they would feel, you know. I think if it was me and I was an honorable person, that's the way I would want my friend to feel if that ever happened to me, you know. But, hey, I get it. Yes, sir. Just like that song says, right? The Fortunate Son song by CCR, by Creedence. That's what that song is about, man. Yes, sir. And see, I don't know why, but I grew up learning about Vietnam, and yeah, because what piqued my curiosity really was because I'm a music lover, right? Was Woodstock, the movie Woodstock. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? What's he talking about? Vietnam and come home in a box and all that stuff. What is this guy's song? What is it? What's he talking about? Well, I had no clue what Vietnam was, you know. But that movie, that Woodstock movie, piqued my interest and made me think about, and got me interested in studying, you know, what is this Vietnam and what was it all about and why were people so against it? And there were, you know, you had two sides during that time. You had the people that, oh yeah, that's the one. You got it. Yeah. I said, why, you know, we got two sides. Why was the country so polarized because of this war? What was it about this war? Why were we over there doing what we were doing, you know? And I just took the deep dive and found out all about it. Country Joe and the Fish, you got it. Yeah. And I learned a lot about Vietnam, and I learned a lot about not just about the politics of the war, but also how the war was fought. You know, the two sides, how, you know, the tactics of the Viet Cong, the tactics of the North, tactics of the U.S. soldiers, and how they fought each other. And man, I was like, that is some ruthless stuff there. And it all for what? You know, that's my thing. Now, when you're there and you're fighting and you're in the middle of it, you're next to you, right? But when, you know, you don't really have a choice, that you're thrown into the situation. You didn't choose to go there. They threw you there. So your objective is survival. So, you know, and I don't agree with the protesters that were spitting on the soldiers when they come home and calling them baby killers and everything like that, because that soldier did his job, and people don't understand that. And sometimes it got so crazy over there that they lost it, you know. And that's what happens, you know. Bad. Oh, shit. Yeah, fighting to stay alive. So as part of the country turned against the soldiers. Exactly. And I don't, like I said, I don't agree with that. Not at all. Those guys, they did their duty. They went over there to fight for this country, whether they wanted to or not, because you guys were drafted, and you didn't have a choice. You had to go. And basically, you had to survive too to get back here. So I don't blame you one bit for anything that you did over there, because the things that they did over there were just crazy, man. Crazy. All right, I'll be right back. I got to make a delivery. I'll be right back. Thanks for talking to me about this. Appreciate it. Look at that. Perfect.
Yep.
Oops. All right, have a good day. All right. Delivery done. All right, there we go. Back on the road again. Speaking about on the road again, I saw Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and Mellencamp in a concert 2 years ago. It was great. Oh, Willie was still kicking, man. Still playing, still singing. It was great. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, he is a cool dude, man. That was great. It was a good concert. We got lawn seats. We basically brought a blanket and some refreshments. Well, hush hush on the refreshments because they want you to buy their stuff, which costs an arm and a leg at the venue. But we brought some refreshments with us and sat on a blanket and watched the show and just had a great time. The weather was good. It was a good time. But yeah, so my hope for Louis is that he can at least play a couple more years, and then he decides he can't do it no more, and that'll be it. I'm hoping they come up with some sort of treatment that will reverse some of these effects of the Parkinson's for Louis, because if that happens, he can play longer. But man, if you, I don't know, I might have told you this before, or you might have heard this before from me, but Louis was in a Steppenwolf video that was done at the Beat Club in 1969 in Germany. He actually substituted on keyboard with them in that video because their keyboard player at the time OD'd. And is in that video. So if you search on YouTube, Steppenwolf Beat Club 1969, Born to Be Wild, Louis is on the keyboard in that video. I'm like, man, that's so cool. And Louis is originally from New York City, and he was playing with a band from Canada, upstate New York, called the Carpetbaggers at the time. Yeah, Carpetbaggers at the time. And yeah, they were out in Europe doing a tour out there, and that's when he got the call by Steppenwolf, because he kind of looked like the keyboard player from Steppenwolf. Oh yeah, man. You better believe it. Yep. And our drummer Tony, he is a veteran as well. He is a Marine Corps veteran from the very first Iraq War, and he's got some PTSD going on himself. But he says the music really helps. And when you're focused on the music, you can't be focused on anything else. So I think that's why it helps so much, which is really cool. But I love having Tony and Louie in the band, and I just hope it continues because we're sounding really good, man. We've got it. I mean, I've never heard Halo Moon sounding so good with this current lineup. We got a great lineup. Looking forward to the show this Friday. I don't think I'm gonna live stream it, but I am gonna shoot some video. Right on. Yeah, man. So, Rody, your next live stream isn't till the end of this month, is that correct? Oh, God. Told my wife I was born maybe 10 years too late. Maybe. I think I was born right where I was supposed to be born, but I can relate totally to like the hippie culture and just the music of that time period. Oh. Yes, sir. Yep, that's for sure, man. I take it a day at a time, that's all you can do, really. Take it a day at a time because tomorrow's not guaranteed, that's for sure. I learned that when my dad passed. He had a massive stroke that took him out. Here today, gone tomorrow. Talking to him one day, gone the next. It's crazy. So I try to live each day to the fullest, to the best of my ability. Try to have as much fun and enjoy myself as much as possible while I'm here, alive, and can enjoy it. And that's life. Can't take the money with you, so spend it if you got it, and enjoy it. Spend it on things that you enjoy doing. If you like to travel. If you like playing music and buying guitars and doing all that stuff, do that. But just enjoy yourself and have the best time you can while you're here. And pass that information on to the next generation and let them do the same. I'm not saying enjoy yourself at the expense of somebody else, if you know what I mean. What I'm saying is enjoy yourself. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So, yeah. Enjoying my day now. Thank you, Rody. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, I hope to come back on. Get back on your live stream and really, I want to see it from the beginning. What time do you guys usually start when you do your live stream? I know it's Tuesdays, but what time do you start it? So that way I can make sure I'm in front. I watch things on my TV through YouTube, so I can make sure I'm in front of the TV. $8 p.m. Central. All right, right on. That's a good time. So I'm going to assume that you are retired, right, Brody? And if you are, I was going to ask you, do you enjoy being retired? Because I know some people have mixed, yes. Oh, right on. I know some people, like I worked at a steel mill for about 14 years, and there was quite a few guys that retired, and maybe 6 months after they retired, they were gone, man. I was just like, and they had like 40 some years of service. I'm lazy. They had like 40 some years of service in the steel mill, and I'm like, man, they worked their whole life, and that was it. They didn't do anything. They worked their whole life. I don't know, man. I just think the day I can retire, I'm out of there. I'm out of this van, and I'm going to do the stuff that I want to do. $2012. Damn. That's quite a long time. That's good, though. Heck yeah. Ooh. So there's right on. Yep, I worked in the steel mill for 14 years, and tell you what, man, when that place closed through no fault of mine, I was happy. I missed the money, but man, I was happy because I hated that place. It was like we're getting up to go to work every day. It was like, oh my God, I gotta go back to that place again. It was dirty, nasty, filthy, stinky. Oh man, it was the worst job ever. And now I sit in the van and I can do YouTube, and I can, you know, make my deliveries and have a good old time. Now, I don't know how work would feel about me doing these videos while I'm driving, but I'm hands-free, right? I got my hands on the steering wheel. I just glance over there once in a while like I'm talking to a friend in the seat, you know? So... tastes better. Yeah, right on. You just let me know. You let me know. You stay in contact with me. You let me know, and I'll do that. Heck yeah, that'd be fun. Now, Brody Lake Station is the town that I live in. It's about 35 minutes southeast of Chicago, Illinois. And we're just on the other side of Gary. We border Gary, Indiana. And it's a small little town. It's not very big. But, yeah. I would enjoy that. That'd be great. I would like to have a band come and do some recording in my studio. All right, Rowdy. Rowdy. Nice talking to you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would like to have a band come and record with me at my studio and see what we can do. I enjoy doing the recording and everything. Oh man, I didn't see what that said. Sorry, man. I'm trying to. I'll check it when I get to my next stop. I'm almost there. I appreciate it though. I'm gonna try and I want to try and do some more recording, because that's the only way you get better at the craft, is by doing it. I think I'm really good at capturing. I don't think I have a problem there. It's the mixing part that I really want to get into, and that's hard to do when you don't have stuff to mix, you know. And I don't think I'm horrible at mixing. I did everything for Black Resin, and those mixes turned out pretty darn good, considering that was when I first was learning how to do the recording. But I got a great recording setup now, and that's what I want to focus on. I want to try and do that. I like doing the live streams, and if you know a band that wants to come and do a live stream, let me know, and we'll do it. It'll have to be on a weekend though, so it have to be a weekend where you're free, because otherwise I can't do a recording. I can't do a live stream during the week because I just don't have enough time to get everything set up, you know. So I need that weekend time for the setup. Like a Saturday is preferred, but we could do it on Sunday as well, but a Saturday is preferred. Right on. Well, I'm not sure what type of music you're looking for, but I do know some. I'm not really sure. Thank you for coming in the live stream and let me know that. That's really cool. I used to be in a couple metal bands, but I haven't done the metal in a long time. I tried to form a new band. Well, I don't know if that's going to work out. We'll see. But I'm just working now, so. Yeah, like I said, I love my band. Oh God, I love my band Halo Moon, and we got a show this Friday, so I'm excited about that. Silent Treatment Records could come over and record an album. Yeah, let's do it. That would be wonderful. I would enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy doing that stuff. I have some limitations, though. I don't do analog tape. I don't do that. It goes from analog board to digital, DAW, and everything's mixed in the box. I don't do any analog tape. I just don't have the means to do it, so I do it on the computer. And I think it sounds great. A tape is just a recording device. Basically, it helps you record it. But you can do that on your computer as well. 207. Yeah, if you hit me up on Facebook, my Facebook page for my studio is Matador Studio LS. If you search that on Facebook, you can message me through there, or you can send me an email at matadorstudiols@gmail.com, and I will get that email, and we can maybe get something worked out. That'd be great. All right. Well, I'm going to end the live stream, and the reason I'm ending the live stream is I've got a delivery to make, and I've got 3 more deliveries to make, and I got to get this done. So I need to focus a little bit more. But all right, let's see here. How do I respond to you? I don't know if I can chat with you. Let me see here. I got to turn this around now. I usually go ahead. Trying to figure out how to chat with you, how to type on the chat. Oh, right here. Oh man. I don't know. Jeez. Tell you what, after this live stream, I will drop it in the comments section of this live stream, and then you'll have it. All right. So but I'm not. I guess I can't chat. Well, I can't type in the live chat. That's ridiculous. I was gonna do that here, but I can't do it for whatever reason. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna get off of here, and then yeah, I'll put the email address in the comments of this live stream when I'm done. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be in touch later.